And I'd like to talk about, what do you do when things are unsure from a business standpoint?
Oh,
How do you know which direction to go? And it doesn't matter what business you're in, whether you're in real estate, whether you're in, banking or finance services, products, whatever's going on. How do you know which direction to take when it's uncertain?
I think that the first thing.
Yeah.
Listen, I got on a sweatshirt hoodie. We roll up in the Toyota Avalon.
To the Bentley joint.
All right.
What's up, family? Welcome to the Eavesdrop. It's been a while. My name is Nilos Jr. and I'm here with
Marcus J, better known as Marcus Scott. Y'all know who it is.
All right, so check this out. It's been too long. The only reason we're doing this is because I have been blackmailed by Marcus and one of the guys here in Orlando.
I don't know about blackmail.
Highly encouraged. They're holding stuff over my head, right? So they boosted Marcus's ego. I'm looking at me calling you Marcus because you got a jacket on. They boosted Clutch's ego. They're like, man, we surprised to see you in person here in Orlando at the Florida Realtor Convention. What happened to the Eavesdrop? I was listening to every episode you guys had, and I was like, they weren't paying me enough for the episodes.
Yeah, see, that's this guy. See, I love it so much. I love you guys. So I would call him all the time, and he'd be like, man, I need a raise. And I would be like, man, come on, we got to do this for the people. And here he go, talking about he need a raise.
I'm saying, Proverbs 18:16 says that a man's skills will bring him before great men. Right? Great men. We supposed to be justly compensated, man. I ain't got no Zelle. I ain't got no Cash App. I haven't gotten no, what's the other one? Venmo. I ain't got no gift cards. All right.
Well, maybe if you do like my mentor told me and stay consistent and say consistent is key, maybe you would have some Venmos, Zelles, Cash Apps,
gift cards.
Just
hand the cash. All right, so you ladies and gentlemen can see where this is already going. All the not so subliminal shots are taken. So can I just say it's good to see you?
It's good to see you too, man.
I can't tell. All right, so what are we going to talk about today? Do you have any idea?
No, I don't. But what just popped in my head when you just asked that, we're coming up in a time where things are unsure. And I'd like to talk about, what do you do when things are unsure from a business standpoint?
Oh.
How do you know which direction to go? And it doesn't matter what business you're in, whether you're in real estate, whether you're in, banking or finance services, products, whatever's going on. How do you know which direction to take when it's uncertain?
I think that the first thing that I always look at, right? So, well, first of all, I do want to say, right, squirrel jump right here. I'm so used to looking at you on a screen. And so Clutch and I were having this discussion, right, that when we usually look the way our cameras are set up so that it's the best viewing for you all, we have it set up so that it's not mirrored. So when I would be looking at Marcus on my right, I would actually be looking to the left. And so to actually see you on my right side is funny, right? So
right.
I feel like I should be doing this right here and looking at you. But for me, first of all, great topic, great question. But for me, I think the first thing is, even before we start talking about things being unsure, I think the key for us in any industry, any market you're in, is to first know what your baseline is, know what your foundation is. I think that many of us as entrepreneurs, business owners, employees, whoever it is, we don't even know what unsure is because we live in a state of unsurety.
Yes,
so we're sitting here and we just in constant chaos. We don't even know what the heck normal is, right?
Yeah,
so you talking about what do we do when things are out of whack? People are like, my whole life out of whack, my whole business. We don't know the finances. We don't know the systems. And so I think first having that great foundation is key. Now, after that, we go back to our plan, our business plan, strategic plan. assuming that we have one.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
if we talking about realtors,
Okay.
you know, they be telling us,
Yeah.
get that business
Now,
plan.
let me stop you right there. Now, can you help me and help our viewers understand the difference between goal setting and business plans? Or is there isn't? Or is there? Okay.
Different, man.
Okay.
So first, Jim Rohn says that a goal that is not written down is only a dream.
Okay.
Right. So that's the first thing. So first, we got to get our goals written down. So the goal, what I would say is what's in your head, what's in your heart that you actually want to make happen or come to fruition. That business plan is going to be those steps.
Okay.
Right. So if I have a goal of losing weight or losing a certain body fat percentage, and then that's my goal.
Okay.
My business plan would be what steps am I going to take to
Okay.
get there? So it might be changing my diet, and not just saying changing my diet, right? Because we do that. Yeah, I'm gonna eat better. Which means hey,
after Monday, and I have this last Snicker bar.
or have you heard the saying, I'm not gonna eat anymore, I'm just not gonna eat any less. Right. So the whole idea would be if we were talking about our physical health, it might be, okay, I'm going to eat better, but the business plan would be, all right, I'm going to meal prep on Sunday.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to have this type of food. I'm going to go to the gym. Which gym membership are you going to have? Where's the gym located? What time? So, right. So I think that's the biggest thing. We have goals. And so we as entrepreneurs, and here's where you and we have a struggle. We're visionaries, right?
Yeah.
So anything sounds like a great idea. Man, we'll take this thing and yeah, we can do it. Let's go. That's why we right here right now. And I'm about to bust him out. That's why his wife's on the other side of this camera. She nodding her head like, y'all two fools be coming up with all these ideas. And then y'all be like, that's a great goal. Now, where's the business plan? Now we need some bones to put some structure to it, right? Because we have to be careful.
Yeah.
Because if we're not careful, if some of you aren't careful, we'll find ourselves like we love the creation phase.
Yeah.
We love the goal setting part. And then we find ourselves a quarter of the way in, halfway through whatever it is. And we sitting here like, I'm about 19 episodes behind on the Eavesdrop. Right. and so I think there is a difference, but then also what we're doing right here, and I know where I have to get better is actually leaning into the accountability piece. That's the success partner piece, right? Where someone says, hey, Neil, someone to be counting. Hey, when we're recording an episode, I'm like, yeah. That's the answer.
Okay.
So I think the first part is knowing, like, to answer your question, going back to having that business plan and rechecking. Right?
Now, the reason I'm glad you explained that, and because this is one of the things you helped me with, and I wanted our viewers to know this. So coming from a business background and supposedly going to school for business, when I hear business plan, I'm thinking this detailed oriented and this your P&L sheets and all this stuff.
What's P&L?
Exactly. Profit and loss statements.
Most of us only know the L, like the loss, right? We like, man, and the only time we think about the L is come tax time.
You're right.
Hey man, how much can I write off? I ain't made no money this
exactly.
year. I ain't have no fields. No, I said I ain't have no food with meals this year. All we had was water and oxygen. I'm just by the grace of God.
But what you helped me to realize is going back to that plan part. So it could be anything, and it's as simple as writing how to get from the beginning to the goal.
Yeah.
And so taking that step by step in anything we do, and you mentioned, weight loss, something as simple as that. You have to have a plan if you want to be able to execute it, because that is also how you measure.
Yeah.
How far did I get from this Monday to next Monday? Yeah. And so that's good stuff.
And so next, building on that, after I would say, going back, looking at your plan, is seek wise counsel, right? And everyone knowing that we're men of faith and believing what the word says, that if we seek wise counsel and having someone around us to know, like for me, I'm always trying to figure out, like, I think we're relatively young, right? Now, if y'all disagree, keep your dang opinion to yourself. Well, about me, I ain't got no gray hairs on my head.
This just running the family. See, I'm really, really young, see.
I got like 4. Maybe 6. I be counting them. I thought that's Fred.
But see, I didn't put my Just for Man in yet. So,
Hey, boy, if I see you rocking that Beijing,
The Beijing.
Beijing and your beard out here, and the next thing you know, I'm like, Clutch, man, you sweating. You got some stuff down there, man. Can't wear no white. Okay, quit playing. All right. So the first thing, so after we talk about, knowing what our baseline is, having this plan, we want to go back when things get out of whack, when things get crazy, uncertain, we want to go back to that plan and say, well, how far off are we? And then we want to have someone that we can go to.
Yeah.
Maybe someone that has experienced some
Mhm.
things. Like now, I know that, for instance, the pandemic.
Mhm.
Right. I don't think anyone in our lifetime had experienced something like the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we were sort of looking around and we didn't have any. So, but that was sort of, I'm not going to say unprecedented. It was just unusual for us in our lifetime. But in business, oftentimes we can go to someone. And if you don't have a mentor, if you don't have someone who's gone through some ups and downs and some cycles, and in real estate, if they haven't gone through 2007, 2010, through that period, you want to be like, oh, because everybody else, like right now, we're like, oh man, the sky is falling. We running around like Chicken Little. But for those of us who were in from 2008 to 2010, we're saying, yeah, some really bad realtors are going to get out of the industry. We're going to be able to increase our market share. So I think that having wise counsel is going to be one that makes a big difference. And not only having wise counsel, but then actually implementing and taking action on what they tell us to do.
Yeah.
Right, so-
That is very key. That is very key, because I have a good friend of mine. I won't mention his name.
He's
but,
probably not only a
every
good friend, he's probably handsome, intelligent,
I mean,
young, no gray hair.
I don't know about all that, but every time he tells me to get a book or hey, read this or do this, and I immediately go out and get it. And even if I don't read it right away, I do it. I have it in sight, and I focus on that because it's his advice to me. And so it does help. And I'm finding that more and more, and not just from him, but if someone else, and I'm running across in different circles, if they tell me, hey, you ought to read this book, because they kind of see where I want to go. And so I begin to do these things, going back to your point, that other people have been through, other people have done. And so I'm seeking their counsel as they provide me advice and things to do and things not to do.
And then I think that after we know where our baseline is, we go and look at our plan and adjust, seek wise counsel. For me, the next pivotal part would be to take action, right?
Okay.
Especially when things are uncertain.
Yeah.
Like right now, I consider, and here's what the great part is. Right now, you can be wrong and nobody's going to remember. Right. So, but take action, because right now I consider us like we're just a bunch of sheep looking for a shepherd. We want someone to follow. And oftentimes it's just the loudest voice. You ain't got to be right. You ain't got to be good at what you do. You can just be loud and people will follow you. So what if you are good at what you do? What if you are loud? What if you do have confidence? And what if you actually take action when things are uncertain, when everyone else is looking around and no one knows what's going to happen? We don't know either. But at least we're bold enough to take a step. And then someone say, well, they might not know what they're doing, but they ain't staying. They're going somewhere. Right. So and how many times have we done it? In life, we sit here and we like, oh, I know he don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. And so sometimes we just got to get that inertia going. We got to get some momentum. And so that's one of the things that I'm always looking to see, that when there's uncertainty, who's moving. So now that's not always the case. Sometimes we need to be still. Right. But sometimes we just need to get moving and take a step. And then I think that after we start moving a little bit, now don't just out the gate and just go all the way over the edge. Right.
Just jump off the cliff. Where you flying?
I hear all that. I ain't saying for you business owners that have spouses and kids, y'all got responsibilities. Don't y'all be jumping off no cliffs and build wings as you go down. No. I know it's popular. People that be telling y'all that, they ain't never jumped. They go ahead and jump. They over here sitting at the bottom. But
I heard
never went up.
I heard he say you can't roll up to the gas station and put your hand on the gas pump and say, "Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be some gas." Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. Sometimes you get men. And this goes back to really quickly. Everybody talking about faith. You gotta believe, man. God also gave us common sense, man. Y'all can't be out here we gonna burn, and I know we burn the bridges and burn the boats and all that. Yeah, man. But let me tell you, God also said, listen, man, I gave you the wisdom of a God, and you're supposed to be intelligent. I know you can't tell sometimes I know you can't tell when you go in the bathroom and it says employees must wash hands. Why you got to tell us to wash our hands? You dirty, man. Come on.
So a lot of times people do, they talk about the faith thing, but one of my biggest things is the Bible says a man don't work, he won't eat.
Ooh.
And so
Say that for the people way in the back. The people, and listen, we were here working and I need to eat. Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, gift cards. I'll take a handshake with the envelope. You could tie it to a pigeon. I don't care how you get to it. Say it one more time. What the word said?
if a man don't work, he won't eat. And so we have to work. A lot of people, even in this business. So as an instructor with new agents or agents that are coming in, I always tell them, the question is, I ask them, why is it that you want to be a real estate agent? And usually the answer is, I want to have unlimited income. There's no limit to what I can do, and I want to be flexible. And I say, usually those answers in your head mean, I want to get my license, sit back, all the phone calls going to come to me, and I'm going to make a lot of money. And we know that's not the case.
Man, 17 years, I'm still waiting on that. Boy, I'm telling you, as soon as it happens, Claude, as soon as that happens, I'm done with this podcast. I'm done with this web series, everything, man. I tell you, I'm just gonna be sitting in the back.
Yeah, man. I tell them, I say, you have to work at it. I say, yes, you can have unlimited income. Yes, you can make a lot of money. Yes, you can make your own schedule, but you have to put in the work.
Yeah, man.
And I've learned that in any business, even with our franchise that we have, you have to put in that work. As an entrepreneur, if you don't work, you won't eat. And so that's my advice.
Not only will you not eat, all those people that look at you like this, they ain't gonna eat. And then not only, they might not start eating, but then they're gonna turn into cannibal. And you know what's on the menu? Yeah, boy. But they say, listen, we need some sustenance. If you ain't gonna provide food for us, you will become food. So in everything, that's what I would say in these uncertain times. But then ultimately, it goes back to us and our faith. Just believe that even when things are uncertain, when they're unsure, that there is the other side.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think President Barack Obama said, "How can hope ever be false?"
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing said that without hope, there is no hope. Right. So if we don't believe that there's another side to the uncertainty, to the fear, and really, I think in uncertainty, a lot of us, we become fearful, become afraid, and then we do nothing. Right. Or we start operating out of desperation.
Yeah.
And one of the best piece of advices I ever received was, even when you're starving, never move like you're hungry.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think that
I actually wrote that down the other day. I think I heard you say that.
Boy, man, when I say that thing changed my life, he said, man, even when you're starving, never move like you're hungry, because they'll take advantage of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on. And I'm sitting, I think I wrote it on a napkin or something. And that thing right there, when it hit me with that, it was good, man.
And so just to overall answer the question about what do you do in these uncertain times, one of the things or the biggest thing is I've learned to, and you said some of it, rely on my faith, still move in a direction with hope and faith that we're going to get to that other side.
Absolutely.
And so I still see big things to this day, even in an uncertain world, where we one day, things that we have on our vision board.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Things that we've talked about.
Man, come on.
I was just telling my wife, I said, matter of fact, I sent her a text not too long ago. I said, babe, I got an email. And I said, I see it. And I started listing all the stuff.
Man, I tell you,
that's getting ready to happen.
I should not have had to drive from Miami to Orlando. I should have had alternate transportation. So God, you hear me? We working on it. I'm just saying. Now I don't know if there's plenty of places to land. I'll jump out on the parachute and just tuck and roll once I hit the ground, man.
Well, I'm pretty sure when we get in that in those circles,
you telling me we can land on I-4?
Well, what I'm saying is there's landing strips we probably don't even know about, because it's only for those people in those
Okay.
circles.
I want to do like on SWAT. I want to bring that G650 ER on I-4. Bring that thing straight down on top of somebody. They're gonna be like, oh my God. I ain't gonna say it. Yes,
See?
terrorist. I ain't gonna say this. Okay. That thing on the
See?
inside, got on the outside. All right, we better wrap this up now, because
Yeah,
I'm about to get myself in trouble. And then in the next episode, we're gonna switch sides. So my good side. I ain't got no bad side, y'all.
You go. See, now I was about to say, okay, let's take off the jackets, change shirts, but this guy just said swap sides. So
Man, you know what? We might even stay on the same side. I might just turn the mirror effect on.
But then I'm gonna have to look at you like this.
Hey, me, how y'all doing? All right,
All right, man.
you ready?
Well, it's good to see you, man. Love you, man.
I can tell, man, if this is love, if this is friendship, y'all need to find a whole lot more enemies. Because I tell you what, if this is love, I don't want it. I feel like Tina.
Got to do with it.
Hey, I think we should change this whole, man, we got to change this whole format. Look, we getting a rap signal. I'm getting a rap signal from we love you, God love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't be average.
Be world renowned.
Peace. Take care. Man, listen, man. Oh, look, look at that. Ain't no mouse. Look at that. Look at that. Look at somebody. Look at that. A cat.
Yeah.
I got on a sweatshirt hoodie. We roll up in the Toyota Avalon.
To the Bentley joint. To the